But should it happen that you get COVID, know that the struggle is in the mind. And guess what? They started getting better. This is their own testimony. Hello there, it's another Tuesday. Welcome to Eqay Inspire YouTube channel, your wellspring of life transforming videos. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, hit the red button below and turn on the bell so anytime a video is posted, you get a notification. You don't want to miss any edition because it is always going to be life transforming. Today, we're going to be talking about the surest way to overcome COVID-19 and all other diseases, literally. And for the record, I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a doctor, so this is not about medicine. This is not about medications and what you take physically. It's about what you take mentally. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. I want to start with some statements that will ginger you as we go on. So first of all, I want you to understand that as it is usually said, or as a popular saying goes, if we are not defeated inside, the enemy without can do us no harm. And that is really true, because if you ask any pharmacist, any medical professional, or any doctor, you would get to know that most of the time, what you tell a patient can be as equally important, if not more, as the medication you give them. You can tell a patient something that will make them heal quickly, and you can tell a patient something that will make them sicker and sicker and may even die out of the disease. Let me share 3 stories with you. A story is told of a gentleman that wanted to kill some people because they committed a crime. He realized that the method of killing them was to drop a sack filled with gravels from a distance. So they would be in a valley, they would be tied onto a stone, and then the sack filled with gravels would be dropped from a distance onto their neck and they would die. So there were 3 people. He realized that the third one was very remorseful about what he had done, and he looked so innocent, so sorrowful about dying, and then so he decided to have mercy on this third guy. So the first guy went, they dropped the gravel on him and he died. The second guy went, they dropped the gravel on him and he died. The third gentleman went, and then the man decided that instead of gravels, the sack will be filled with sawdust. Sawdust that is not so packed, so it's loose and then it's light. Even if he hits your head from a distance, you're not going to die. So he wanted this third guy to survive. But what happened was that after watching the first guy die, the second guy died, this gentleman has given up on life. So he was there, tied onto the stone, and then the sack filled with sawdust was lowered. And guess what? He died before the sawdust came to hit him. This shows that his mind had already prepared to give up on life. He didn't even need the impact of any external material to get him out of this life. Another story is told. This was a personal experience. A friend of mine suffered this, that told me his brother was involved in an accident, a terrible accident. When it happened, the state of his leg was very bad, and so there were many people saying that he would not be able to walk again. Upon hearing that, his mind had given up on walking and he started getting worse. The injury started getting worse, the leg started getting rotten, and he was getting ready to lose his limb. A doctor who was assigned to attend to him came and saw the leg and told him, no, this is solvable. This is easy. You can walk again. Many people have suffered from this and were able to walk. So don't give up on life just yet, because walking is still possible for you. And just with this statement, the gentleman started getting better. His leg started healing. Over time, he got well and he was able to walk again. If the doctor hadn't said this, This gentleman would have easily lost his leg as a result of the statement he heard. What we hear, what we believe is very important in this life. Another story is told of a village where there was the outbreak of a disease and they were dying left, right, center, until a doctor was assigned to the village to attend to them. So this doctor went and realized that, oh, the outbreak or the epidemic had a cure. So there was this injection that he recommended, and they all started taking the injection and they all started getting better. The disease was gone and this gentleman was transferred to another place. So all of a sudden, over time, it started coming back after a few months. So another person was transferred to the village to take care of the situation. And when he came, he realized, oh, okay, he realized the same thing. This disease is common. There's a treatment for it, and he recommended the same drug for them. The only difference is that he decided to use the tablet instead of the injection. So surprisingly, it wasn't working. He had a sitting with some of the elders in the town, and they told him that, look, what you are giving us is not the medication that cures the disease. The medication is the injection that the previous doctor used to give us. And the guy went back to look at the medical records and realized it was the same medication he was giving them, but his was a tablet, the other doctor's was an injection. So this young doctor decided to conduct an experiment. He said, oh, okay, you want an injection, so I'll give you an injection. So he decided to give them water as the medication. He started injecting them with water, and guess what? They started getting better. So the truth is that what happens in the mind is very important. If we are not defeated in the mind, we cannot be defeated outside. When it comes to COVID-19, one person who recovered with asthma said that she was unable to breathe, she was unable to walk, she was in a critical condition, but she was able to get better. And there were other people in the same ward with her who died of the disease who were physically healthier. This story was shared on City FM. One of them was a lady who was dying of the disease, alright? She was getting worse and worse. And then she was sent into the ICU. The particular nurse who used to attend to her said she went to her one evening in the ICU and she saw fear in the eyes of the patient, because if you were with the other folks and then you were transferred to ICU, it means your condition was getting worse. So she was scared to die. The nurse just told the lady that, okay, good to see you, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow came, the nurse came back, the lady was gone. She was dead. The nurse came to say that, oh, she saw the fear in her eyes, but if only she had reassured her that it was going to be well, that she could do this, she was so sure that the lady wouldn't have died. This lady was not having underlying conditions like the other lady with asthma who survived. And how did she survive? She said that one statement that stuck with her was what a young doctor told her, that if she would live, she would have to fight, because it depends on her, not just she, the doctor. It depends on her, the patient. So there was a lot of struggle for her to fight and survive. And she indicated that at that point, she was unable to breathe. But what came to her was that she realized that, okay, she was unable to breathe, but she was not trying hard enough, because she had realized, she had given up that, oh, okay, it's ending for me. And she decided to force and breathe and live, because there was that motivation to force and fight to live. So that was what saved her. This is her own testimony. So what I'd like to tell you is that whatever disease it is, whatever thing it is, it doesn't only apply to even physical diseases. It applies to other forms of discomfort in this life. If you are firm in your mind, it will be difficult for you to be defeated. So I want to assure you that, yes, take the protocols, observe the social distancing, wear your mask, wash your hand. But should it happen that you get COVID, know that the struggle is in the mind. Fight and live. Pray. Encourage yourself, be motivated, be inspired, look forward to the future, look at the aspirations you have, and live, and you will live. That is what I want to share with you today. And it applies to everything you do. Whatever situation you are in, Don't give up. Make up your mind that you are going to survive it, you're going to live through it, you're going to tell the tale. Because if you don't get defeated inside, you cannot get defeated outside. This has been your wellspring of life transforming videos, Eqay Inspire. We'll come your way again next week with another exciting edition. If you're yet to subscribe, hit the red button below and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Keep smiling. See you next week, Tuesday. Bye bye.